So guys, if you're coming back, this is the second part of the pay-per-view. Oddly, for whatever reason, my whole computer just decided out of the blue to update itself with no prior knowledge. No warning shots going on, so that happened. However, we still got the rest of it going on right now, trying to get everything back up and going. Of all the things, you know what I mean? But Kempty making his way down to the ring, so nobody has missed anything yet. Remember, guys, go share the video out there. Let's get everybody back in to the stream.
Introducing the challenger from Grays, England, weighing in at 200 pounds, McWayne. And his opponent from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 203 pounds, the WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Kid T.
So Kempty Watson, NWO, getting ready to put that title belt on the line right here. I am doing the thing that I asked you guys to do, getting this shared back out to everybody. That way everybody knows that it's here where we are at. Let me get it shared out to the Discord. And we will get the final 4 matches of the evening done. And look at this! Light heavyweight champion Kempty Watson getting after it quick. Getting after McWayne, backing him up into the corner. And that is something we have seen from Kempty and Cecil Davis since joining the New World Order. It's like they have this newfound confidence back. Like they were a part a long time ago of the NWO. They left, and I'm not saying they didn't do well, they did, but now since coming back, it's like they're back and better than ever. Kempty has been into these matches quick. Can McWayne stop him from doing that? That is what we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, hopefully we can get everybody back in here, you know what I mean? It was weird. It was just out of the blue all of a sudden, and it typically doesn't do that. It normally asks, hey, do you want to update this or update that? And then I say yes, or I say no. This time it didn't ask, it just did it. Shut everything down on my computer. I was like talking, like going, what is happening? What is going for the downtown, you know what I mean? But now we got everything back. It's going. It's doing its thing. That way we can see it. I hate it when it does that, but it is what it is. And McWayne almost sneaking out of here with a win right there. Kempty coming out like dominating what was going on. Kempty trying to get the leg up to block what McWayne was doing. Unable to block it, however. And there it is, sit-down sausage, but I don't think he's going for the old nonchalant pin this time, trying to bring the title back to the corporate syndicate. Kempty finds a way, though, to kick out. You know, I talked about Kempty in the NWO having more confidence, but McWayne having more confidence as well. Joined the corporate syndicate, took off the mask, and now trying to become the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. It's funny, though. You look at some of, like, the early days, we had a lot of A, Bs, and Cs because the streams would crash. You know what I mean? Thanks to stuff like the PS4. The PS5 came along. A lot of the crashes stopped. So a lot less of the A, Bs, and Cs. But tonight, getting a B stream going right now. So... But McWayne has turned it right back around. I'm serious. I just got done talking about Kempty doing this and doing that and doing all this stuff. And then next thing you know, McWayne has taken over since then. And Kempty now setting up for it. Trying to get it in. Hits him with it. Did he just retain this title belt? 2, 3, and Kempty Watson will come away still the WCW Cruiserweight Champion.
Here is your winner, and still WCW Cruiserweight Champion, Kid T. Watson.
That should absolutely show you some things here tonight. Make sure. Like, just because you think things are maybe they're going a certain way. Kempty got off to the fast start, but then McWayne really dominating the match, looking like he's going to win. And we can even go back to where it looked like Jay Savage was going to bring home that title belt. Ends up not going down that way and then coming back with the win. So you can't take your eyes off the screen. You can't take your eyes off of what is going on at any time at this pay-per-view. Now, the Gatecrashers, the current Universal Tag Team Champions, I believe. I don't think they lost that, but getting a shot tonight. Not having to put their Universal title belts on the line, but going after the WCW World Tag Team Champions. Can they become both the Universal and the Tag Champions? Sarah also the Survival Champion right now as well.
It'll be over soon. Don't worry.
And this will be another thing where maybe, too, we see because she's wearing a special series title belt, you might see Sarah down in some TWC episodes as well. So definitely something to keep an eye on. But Rapencha and Sarah making their way down. The Gatecrashers, one of the hottest tag teams to hit the WCW tag team scene in quite some time. However, they are going up against the WCW World Tag Team Champions, which these two ladies are freaky. Absolutely freaky. The Faces of Fear, who have also joined the New World Order. WCW, though, getting a shot here tonight to take a belt back from the New World Order. Can the Gatecrashers do it? Yeah, it was weird. I looked up and my graphics card updated. And then it shut down everything on the planet. I was like, what in the goodness graciousness is going on? I even improved the power management so that a plug couldn't undo, because we used to have that problem too. So PlayStation not plugged into an auto plug anymore. Yeah, or the blonde with the bloody handprints all over her outfit.
The following champion versus champion contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WCW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions and the WCW Underground Non-Stop Champions, the Game Crashers. And their opponents, the WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions and the Universal Women's International Champions, the NWO.
Final 3 matches of the evening getting ready to start right now. WCW Women's Tag Team title belts on the line. And then we will see the WCW Women's Championship and WCW Men's Championship fought for in a dual main event here at Fall Brawl. So sometimes we see some weird stipulations in matches where maybe it's going to be an elimination match. Maybe it is this. This is a one fall, one tap is all it takes. And you either become the new or retain the WCW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Now the other funny thing, we're seeing Melinda fight for the world title here tonight, but in the top 2 contenders, you've got Melinda. Well, let's say the top 3. You got Repentia, and you also got Cheyenne. All 3 ladies very deserving of world title shots. Cheyenne getting that world title shot recently and losing. Repentia might have been getting the shot here tonight, but the way all the matches laid out worked out to where Melinda now set up for that world title shot, and then Sarah and Repentia getting the shot at the WCW World Tag Team title belts here, even though they are still the Universal World Tag Teams. Can they bring both belts home? Definitely have to wait and see. Dark days indeed. I'm very excited for your debut, Jared. Very excited. And look at that. Referee telling Miss Nightmare to get out of the ring. Alana Davis making her way into the ring. Sarah now in the ring. And that's one of the dangerous things in this match. Something you really got to watch out for. Sarah can hit you from anywhere with her finishers. And I'm not saying that the other ones can't, but if Miss Nightmare throws you into the ropes, it might be the end of your night. That is how she hit you with the bone crusher. And look at that. Faces of Fear, Alana Davis stopping Sarah from getting over to the side, finally picks her up and takes her over to a completely different corner. Bounces her off the ring ropes and now going to get Miss Nightmare tagged right back into this match. And you didn't think Sarah knew that Miss Nightmare was there, but obviously felt the presence and then hits her with the torpedo, rolls out of the way, comes back, hits her with the torpedo. Miss Nightmare getting, and it looked like she was getting stuck in the other competitor's corner, but fights back through it and then getting Alana tagged in. And you can see why these two have been the WCW Women's Tag Team Champions for a hot minute. Winning the title belts multiple times, quick tags in and out, cutting the other people off. And look, Tried to take her down with that move, but didn't. So now going to the knees, finally getting her down on the ground. What's going on? Everybody, welcome back. I know this is the second part of the pay-per-view. Glad that you all found it and made it back in here. For sure. Again, final 3 matches of the evening. Atlanta trying to retain the title. Sarah not even letting there be a 1 count. And you can see the concerned look right there on Atlanta's face. So now getting her locked in. But again, Sarah able to fight out of it and then hits her again. But Atlanta once again doesn't go down. Sarah a little bit faster though and stays in control of this match. Repentia in a faction of her own. She is a faction of 2. And it's kind of interesting too, because you hear, I've heard rumors, you know, about the Gatecrashers possibly joining the corporate syndicate, but they never have. So it looks like, at least for now, they are still just on the side of WCW. You know what I mean? The gumdrop killed. The bloody gumdrop is Repentia's finishing move. So the gumdrop guild makes sense. And 2, when you say GG's, Gumdrop Guild, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, hey, GG's on that. Repentia's like, thank you. So Atlanta trying to get things turned back around. Right here, dropping that on to Sarah, now going back over, getting Miss Nightmare tagged into this match. Who is going to come away with the WCW Women's World Tag Team titles? That match is going on right now, so who indeed? And I told you, you got to watch out for it. Sarah found a way to block it. Use her dance background, was able to stop the Bone Crusher from happening, grabbed the arm, took it down, and then stopped it. Sarah now, you see her, she's starting to get fired up. 1. And only a 1 count. Another interesting thing, and normally you would see them come out. These are their singles attire. Normally you would see them come out in their tag team attire when they're wrestling together, but tonight opting at the pay-per-view to come out in the singles attire. Repentia able to duck under the kick of Miss Nightmare right there, throws her into the ropes and basically bone crushes her. Now going up top, trying to hit her with the bloody gumdrop. Atlanta can't stop it. Hits her, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and we have brand new WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners, and the new WCW Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Gatecrashers.
Gatecrashers bringing home the gold back to the WCW. So now you got the Gatecrashers, the WCW Women's World Champions, and the Women's Universal Tag Team Champions, now holding both those title belts. Sarah also holding on to the WCW Special Series Survival title. So a lot of gold being won right there. Now down to the final 2 matches of the evening. The reason you guys came to watch this pay-per-view, Melinda getting her first shot at Aussie and the WCW Women's World title. In the next half of the main event, you will see Rowdy facing off against Matt Storm, the quickest WCW World Champion. How is this match going to end, though? How are we going to figure out?
Champion versus champion contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the WCW Women's World Championship.
Which one of these ladies is going to come away with the title here tonight? Will this be the very first title, world title for Melinda Gutierrez, or will Ozzy continue the amazing streak she has had with the World Championship? And again, this goes right back to what we've seen. Straight up, the NWO is up, and straight up head-to-head matches tonight, 2-1. Can Ozzy tie that score up here tonight? Can she retain the WCW Women's World Title belt, or will Melinda win her very first WCW World Champion? And it has never happened before, but Matt Storm holds the United States and the world title. Can Melinda do it on the women's side? She is the current United States champion. Can she win here in the NWO, hold the top 4 belts between two people?
Introducing the challenger from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, the WCW Women's United States Champion, the Mechanic, Valandra Gutierrez. And her opponent from the Queen City, the WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Moxley.
And it's funny, you look back, you just look at the background of the two women. Ozzy has always been involved in and was the original, all the way back in TSW, Women's World Champion. So always been involved in the world title picture. You look at the build of the two women, you look at the move sets of the two women, both of them very similar. Different move sets, but very similar in how they get things done. Their moves can finish, their finishing move can end your night one time. You get hit with it one time is all it takes. You can see the slight height advantage, and not by a lot, but a slight height advantage that Ozzy has, but uses that height to generate her power, where Melinda, on the other hand, uses the speed and the quickness, the velocity to do it. So, very interesting, and a weird way to get into the Bulldog, but she does. And look at that, Jane getting involved already. But Melinda unable to take advantage of what is going on, and now on the outside of the ring, you can see in this match, apparently the falls will count anywhere, so nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. There will be no countouts in this match. Pins can happen, tap outs can happen on the outside of the ring, so you can't just run out of the ring to get away. Won't be the case in the men's title, but in the women's title here tonight, that is absolutely the case. Throws her right in front of our announce table now, getting up, kind of getting out of the way. Making sure that these ladies have the space they need to do their work. Rolls up the leg, 1, 2. And again, look, you look at what happens on the outside of these rings, and things happen. It can happen quickly. Things can end up going south with a quickness. So it could be a fast night if these ladies decide to stay on the outside of this ring. Melinda now trying to use that to her advantage, smashing Aussie down on the outside. And you want to get things going in a hurry. Looked like she was going to walk around, but instead saw Aussie starting to get up, slides in real quick, trying to maintain control of the match, whips her into the corner, and there is no corner pad sitting there. So Aussie taking that exposed turnbuckle right to the chest, and Melinda stays on the offense. And remember, she has got the Fafo Slam, and that will come out of nowhere. Sometimes if you F around, you're going to find out. And if you get hit with that slam, you are definitely going to find out, especially if you get hit with that on the outside of the ring. Now, Ruh-Roh with all the SpaghettiOs. That could injure Knight right there. A power bomb on the outside, but picks her up again, and now back and forth they go. And that is a long way down. That could have been a lot worse. Instead, getting dropped and the European uppercut done, but that really could have been a lot worse. And this is the setup for it. That is the somewhere over the rainbow. Hooks the leg. Is that going to do it? 2. Oh, a 1 count, but that wasn't the finishing move. And speaking of that, is she going to be able to hit her with it? The yellow brick road. And this might be it. Hits her with it on the outside of the ring. Hits her with the yellow brick road. Did she retain her title? 2, 3, and look, the greatest. Wait a second. What is going on? I am guessing now this must be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Did not know that was a thing, but it is now. So Aussie getting the first pin, pins Melinda trying to tie it back up. Yeah, they are, the crowd saying they are not worthy. And these are the kind of moves right here that just, we call them the great equalizer. And then they're happening on the outside of the ring. Melinda now going for a chair. And catches Aussie riding dirty. Catches Bobby Hart riding dirty. Catches everybody. Everybody's riding dirty. Throws the two ladies into each other, but right back on top of it. Knocking her now in to the announce table, throwing her again, trying to throw her into the chairs. But the chair's blocking her. Thought she might have been going for a pin right there, but still not going for the pin. Gets Aussie back to her feet. And again, don't know where she's trying to throw her. But dropped her right on the back of her head, right on top of the chair. Single leg takedown. And that was a quick series of events Oh, Ozzy saw what was coming, and that is a devastating move as well. Throws Melinda now in to the announce table. Melinda bouncing off that announce table. Ozzy letting the hands go. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Melinda able to kick out in 2. So keeping her hopes alive. Ozzy delivering the knee, but Melinda having to find a way to get this turned around. Needs to find a way to get back in control. And sleeper hold, is she gonna go night-night? Big chin buster right there. Grabs Ozzy. What in the world is this? That should be called the owie driver. If you didn't know what it was, it's now called the owies. 1, 2. And Ozzy able to kick out in 2, but you gotta believe the Fafo Slam is incoming. You gotta believe. Oh, tried to hit her with it. Ozzy stopped it though. Melinda stops it right back. And throws her right back down on top of that chair. Now delivering the overhand hammer punches. Now delivering elbows. Getting fired up. Ozzy trying to get back to her feet. And Melinda driving her head right in to that diamond plating. Power bomb right on top of the diamond plating. Again, thought she would go for it right there. Thought she would go, but goes for a sledgehammer. Throws it and hits her right in the face. She just took a sledgehammer upside the head. She took a sledgehammer upside the head. And again, crawling on top, getting after it, going after the stuff. Letting the elbows go. And again, went for that move, but it's like if he knows that's the move, and this hits her with the somewhere over the rainbow, and now setting up for it. If she gets it in, you gotta believe this match is over. No way you survive 2 yellow brick roads. And there it is again. She got out of it. If he turns it back around, rolls her over, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Ozzy finds a way to come out on top, getting 2 pins against Melinda.
Here is your winner, and still WCW Women's World Champion, the phenomenal one, Moxley.
Now, I'm telling you, Ozzy, like, that is an amazing match right there. Ozzy, the gold standard, and showing you why she is that. But don't think that's going to be the last time these ladies fight. Melinda still possesses the United States title belt, which at the end of her run, especially with the run she has had, she will be able to get another shot at the world title. Will Ozzy be the world champion when she gets her shot? We don't know. We'll definitely have to wait and see. Now, getting ready to go in to this one. Who is going to win this match? What kind of business do we got going on here? Is it going to be Rowdy? Will Rowdy be able to get back his title, or will it be Matt Storm, the fastest WCW champion?
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, and that is the one thing that we know above all else. If you guys weren't sure about anything, the one thing that I know is this is the worst town Rowdy has ever been to. So one of the things that is really going to kind of help Rowdy out, Rowdy winning along with GC Rock, able to win the WCW World Tag Team title belts. That helps give him a boost in this match. But Matt Storm, the current WCW World Champion and the current WCW United States Champion, it's going to be a tough one to beat. We talked about it earlier. Matt Storm finding ways to win key matches to become the fastest reigning WCW World Champion that we have had in our history. But can Rowdy win back the title here tonight? That's really what it comes down to. Rowdy, the only person in WCW that was smart enough to put in his contract a rematch clause for any title he loses. So getting his shot here tonight. And look, we thought R2K would be the next one to really do the challenging, but because of the rematch clause, Rowdy able to get the rematch here and jump right back to the head of the line. He is the head of the corporate syndicate, but able to jump to the head of the line and get that rematch here tonight. Final match of the evening. NWO, though, like, you just look at these guys, just the NWO coming down, doing NWO thing. Savage showing you he's got his NWO gear with him, but just wanting to troll the corporate syndicate wearing the other gear earlier tonight. And Totes coming down, making sure the leader of the New World Order, making sure that things stay on the up and up, or that the New World Order has the advantage in the match here tonight. You got the former Universal World Champion and Bret Hart standing on the side of Rowdy. And his VP, so
introducing the challenger from the nearest nightclub, weighing in at 306 pounds, one half of the WCW World Tag Team Champions, Rowdy Hart. And his opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 247 pounds, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion and the WCW United States Champion, the Captain, Matt Storm.
And look, Matt Storm's in some other feds. This is the best looking Matt Storm on the planet. Put a period at the end of that sentence. Face scan, tattoos dialed in. It's something. But here we go. World title belt on the line. Final match of the evening. Final match of the pay-per-view Fall Brawl. You guys have been amazing. Finally getting to see this rematch. It was a great match the first time. And you can see two very different styles of wrestlers. Rowdy, obviously, the larger competitor, but not by a lot. But by enough. And look at that. Maybe a little bit of a troll. But Matt Storm proving he did his homework. But JP reaches down, grabs his foot, gives Rowdy back the advantage. But at one time, Matt Storm did Rowdy's old finishing move right there. That used to be called the Rowdy Bowdy Bowdy. No longer does that finishing move, but JP, seeing what was going on, reached in, hooked the ankle, and tripped up Matt Storm a little bit, giving Rowdy back the advantage. Matt Storm with the big chops. Letting the hands and the feet go. Rowdy crawling back into his own corner, trying to get back up. And you can see why Matt Storm is the fastest rising wrestler in the history of the WCW. Oh, look at that. Rowdy thought it was over. Thought he whipped him in to the corner. Matt slides out, comes flying back around and hits him with a running lariat. But you can also see, very easily see, why Rowdy is a multi-time world champion. You can see why they called Rowdy the enforcer of the Four Horsemen. And JP reaching again, but look at that. Savage just kind of brushing his arm. Distracted Rowdy, allowing Matt Storm to get back in the ring and get back in control of the match. Rowdy was in control of it, but the shenanigans done by Jay Savage allowing Matt Storm to get back in control. And another big clothesline right there. Hooks the leg. Yeah, you look at it, especially with the addition of the TNA wrestlers, like the WWE women's division is as strong as it has ever been. With Asuka coming back, like, it's just as strong as it has ever been. With Charlotte Flair coming back, Becky Lynch, it'd be nice to see somebody else, but you can see right now the managers on both sides absolutely involved in what is going on in this match. Jay Savage and JP both already affecting what is going on in the match, making it a lot harder for Matt Storm and for Rowdy. But Rowdy hits him. Huge spear. 1, 2. And Matt Storm, the current WCW World Champion, able to kick out in 2. And again, Rotro with the SpaghettiOs. That is Rowdy's redemption. 1, 2, 3, and Rowdy Hunt has won back the WCW World Championship.
Here is your winner and new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Rowdy Hunt.
Rowdy coming back, becoming the 2-time WCW World Champion. Now, we saw this happen with Sentinel. Can Rowdy now go on a historic run of title defenses? Rowdy, the current leader of the corporate syndicate, bringing the World Championship back home, taking it away from the New World Order. And King Sam, I'm not saying stay tuned tonight, but stay tuned. You've got some things coming. I'm excited for the direction you're gonna be heading in. So guys, thank you for everything that you guys have done. An amazing stream to start out the month of February. Unfortunately, it's 2 streams. So if you're watching this one first, go back, watch the one before. They tie in together, both episode 90. This is episode 90B. But guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. We're not going to do a long speech tonight. We are running a little bit later than I thought we would. So I've got to go get ready for dinner. But love every single one of you. Very important what you guys are doing. We are going to break all kinds of records this year as a community. And it is all because of the work you guys do, the work you guys put in. So really, really appreciate the stuff that you guys are doing. Don't know what just happened with all of that, but Guys, from everybody here at the Totes My Goats Wrestling Network, to every one of you out there, thank you for everything that you do. Show some people some grace. That might be the one thing they need in their lives, and you could be the one that shows it to them. But I appreciate you guys. I love you, and we will catch all of you 2 to 3 times next week, especially because of what happened here tonight. And we will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.